Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bookish Mandy, or Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I am going to do my currently inked for March. Now I have been really working hard to lower my pen inked at a time, and I've got it down to I think 21, 22 with a couple of carryovers from last month. I have just a few left that I really loved, and they didn't really fit with exactly my color scheme, but I kept them. So I want to show my inspiration for color scheme this month and why I'm doing this. So this is some, I think it's Duga Tolato, or is it Small Mochi? I don't know what the brand is, but I think it's a Korean brand. I found these, I just love them. So they do all these different kinds of really cool washi tape. And this one tells the story of Snow White. And I don't know how they get away with this because they don't have a license with Disney, but I adore these. Like, these stickers are so much fun. So I will show in one of my videos upcoming in the next week, I will have exactly how I did this, but how cute is that? I love these, and I have so many of these, and I'm really trying to use what I have, at least when it comes to like my washi tapes and everything, because I still subscribe to the quarterly box with Archer and Olive, and they just released their spring line, and I had to die because it had to come and be with me because it was gorgeous. And I have 4 notebooks, but in fairness, I got them in A5 sketchbooks, and they are blank, so I can use them for my sketching. And I waited forever for them. But so then with my Snow White, because there were mushrooms, I used my frog set that I got from Archer and Olive. So these were another thing that I used, and I'm not going to put them on this, although it would be kind of fun if I did this. Actually, you know what? It would just be fun if I did this, since I want it to be like even, and I can just do that. There. I love this. And so I'm actually trying to like use it when I buy it rather than letting it live in my drawers forever. So yeah, I actually I felt like I went through a lot of this, but there's still a lot left. And it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, all right, when I'm done, maybe I should like gift it. I've seen other people, like wrap it around like a little thing. So I might gift some of my washi tape eventually. I gifted some with an ink somebody really wanted from me. I only made them pay shipping because I didn't want it anymore. And I'm not the greatest when it comes to that stuff. I'm like, oh no, I don't remember what I paid for it. Here you go, sure. Anyway, beyond the point. So we're gonna get into it. Some of these are more for art than they are for writing, but they are nonetheless inked. So this one is my first one. This one I picked up because of Inquiring Minds here on YouTube. He mentioned that he really loves the body of Mahjong 800. So I picked one up, and I got a gold spot Yovo nib, and it's a stub. And this one is inked up with Van Diemen's Swan Lake, and I love it. It's the Encore series. I just love this color. So it's not really a great one for writing. It is really, and it pools a lot, but when it doesn't pool, it is very, very, very light. And so you can't really read it, but it's got this beautiful shimmer. And so I had to have it for the shimmer. And in the stub, sometimes like for headers and things, it looks good, especially when it's this dark. So that's the Mahjong M800 with I'm going to put GS stub. I just do GSST 1.1 stub. Yes, 1.1. And this is purple. And Van Diemen's. Demons Encore. Yeah. So as you can see, like it's really dark up here and then it really gets light. So it is a great, like, I love to use this, especially since my themes this year have been really princessy. I thought that this would be a really good one, especially in the stub. Sorry if it's, you know, like doing that. Especially in the stub, because that will be a great one for different things. Like when you have the stub, you can color in areas a lot easier. And I will like lay down with one of my Diatramentis document inks or any kind of document ink that I use. And then we'll put that on top and it works really great. My next pen, I'm so excited about this pen. So on Facebook, there is a pen group, of course. On Facebook, there's a pen group called Fountain Pen Enthusiast, and somebody was posting about this Myers pen company. And I had, because I switched my Leonardo out from a medium to a fine, I had an extra medium. And this is the Myers Pen Co. Mia Petite. I will leave their information. I think it's called Addicted To, as in the number, pens.com. This was really affordable, and I picked like which blank I wanted, and a standard Schmidt converter fits into it, and it fits the Jovo nib. I said I don't need the nib, so they charged me a little less, and he was really great to work with. He said if I wanted to switch this step out here, I could send it back to him, and like just a great experience all around. So this is my second maker pen. I'm really enjoying maker pens. Also, what's really cool is the Kaweco clip fits right on here. Let me see if I have one really close. I do. Okay, so Kaweco clip actually fits really well on here. I don't want to destroy it. Fits really well, so then it's like, oh, it's got a cute little clip too. So if you wanted to clip it, you wouldn't have to, but I think he also has clips. They're like a son and two sons and a dad, but if you can see, it's got some really pretty glitter in there. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I just love it. And this one's the strawberry daiquiri blank that they have. And when they released it a couple weeks ago, I had to have it. And like, honestly, I ordered it and within like 2 days it was ready. And I don't know if that's because they're such a new company or not, but I was impressed. And yeah. And of course, with the Jovo Leonardo nib, it writes like a dream. And this is Conklin's Dusty Rose. I saw this, I don't know where I saw it. I think I randomly saw it on, what was it? I think I randomly saw this on Amazon and was like, Conklin makes ink? Okay. And so I picked it up, it was $6. So yeah, I'm very excited about this. But Myers Pen Co., highly recommend them. Myers Pen Co. So it's M-Y-E-R-S. I was spelling it differently. And this is the Mia Petite. And they have other styles too, but this one is really similar to an Esterbrook, and the Esterbrook is my favorite, so, or one of my favorites. And this is a medium, Leo medium, in the rose gold. I love rose gold nibs. Leo medium, and this is strawberry daiquiri. And the Myers, the Conklin Dusty Rose is kind of in between Monteverde's Rose Noir and Robert Oster's Cherry Blossom, and I really enjoy this ink so far. There's nothing quite like it in my collection. I have a lot of pinks. Yes, I am still doing a pink video. My Benu Bubblegum Riz is back this month, and this one has it's Diamine Ink Vents Winterberry. So I just love this. I did switch it out for a broad nib to try my broad nib rather than my medium or my fine. Was it a fine? Yeah, I think this one had a fine. So I did switch this out, and I am really, really enjoying the broad for this bright red. It is really fun to color in, especially because I was like, oh, Snow White. If I do any art with Snow White, I'm gonna want to have something that I can color big areas. But I don't know if, so the Benu's broad nib is so broad. It is like a Kaweco double broad to me. And so I just think it's just like, ugh, it lets out so much ink. It's so wet, which is great for shimmers, especially like this one. But it's just too much, I think, for normal writing for me, which is surprising to me. I like a medium. I'm learning these things about me. I like to write with a medium. I sometimes, depending on like in here in my Hobonichis, I do like to write with an extra fine because they have the smaller squares, but I normally write pretty big, so I am a bigger, this one is the best. So Diamine Inkvent 24, and this is the Winterberry. I'm trying to at least use one Inkvent ink a month, if not two, so I can kind of use them and decide if I want to love on them or, like, you know, pass them on to somebody else. So I think is this the only one I have this month though? Because last year what I did is in 2023 I bought the Inkvent and then I sat on the inks forever and didn't use them. So I'm trying to this year. Okay, this is one of my Jinhaos. So I had these just like all of a sudden blew up, but I have had them since like you could first get them because I saw one and I was like, oh, awesome. So I got one, gosh, what was it? September, August, something around there. And I really do like them. So I've been watching and ordering them as the new colors come out. So it's really fun to see them have their heyday, but this is my one of my newer ones, and I am so happy that I have it. This one is the listing I bought it on, it said coffee gradient. Some people are saying it's caramel. It's supposed to like be the dupe for the whiskey in the Pilot VP. I don't know. I'm gonna throw it out here. I don't like Pilot VPs very much. I have one and I'm trying to love it more, but it's just not my favorite. So this is the Jinhao 10, and this one's an extra fine. And I'm gonna put that coffee gradient. But I love this pen. I love these pens, and they're just a nice one to throw in your bag, especially for like $12, $13 that I've paid for most of them. So, and this is actually one of the first times that I am using a cartridge, and this is the Pilot Sepia cartridge, and it's so interesting. I wish I could get a full bottle of this. They don't make it in a bottle, but I wish I could, because it looks almost like Diamine writer's blood, but then it like, on some papers it looks more brown, and then other papers it's really red. So this one, I do love this pen so much. So this one is one that I throw in my bag all the time. But yeah, it's the only Jinhao 10 I have inked up at this moment. But I'm going to do a video on all the ones I have because I really like it. But they've changed it since the first run, so I kind of want to show you that. Next one is my Cafe Crema. And this one has J. Urbans. What J. Urbans? So I think I did a video the other day where I was with my espresso, and this one I called a different name than it actually is. It's Brune Eiffel or Brown Eiffel or Brune. I think it's Brune. I don't know. I am so bad at pronunciations when it comes to any other language besides my own, even my own, to be perfectly honest. Unless it's like here in the Midwest, I cannot, for the life of me, pronounce things. So there we go. So this is the TWSBI Eco and the Cafe Bronze. I had them all, gosh, I had all of them inked up, all my special editions. I did end up, I was having some troubles with my extra fine nib, so I did end up my fine bronze. I ended up uninking my indigo one, and I messaged TWSBI about it, and they're sending me a new nib, and I paid for shipping, but they're sending me a new bronze nib, which makes me really happy, because I asked them, I was like, can I just buy the nib because I don't want to have to. I was like, I just want to see if I have to before I go and buy a whole nother pen, because I don't want 2 of the pens, but I want a pen that will work. And I don't know, the extra fine nib I had just was not great. So I switched out I bought this one, the Espresso Bronze, in the extra fine. Ended up switching it out for the medium, and the medium that I had on my Indigo works fantastic. So that's what I'm going to stick with in this one. And then they are sending me a new one. And this is so much lighter on this paper. No wonder people say that this one isn't very dark. But this is Robert Oster's Cafe Crema. I had KWZ Honey in here at first, and then I used it all. And so, because I am in love with this pen, KWZ though was a little bit, the smell did get to me after a while, so it wasn't my favorite. I will use up the sample, but I think they're so similar. The Cafe Crema and KWZ Honey are literally, when I'm writing, even with my medium nib, I can't tell the difference on the page. You can kind of see, I think Robert Oster's Cafe Crema has a little bit more darkness to it, like where it pools, but not enough that when you're writing with it, it makes a difference. And so I'll use up my sample of my KWZ honey, and then I got a full bottle of Cafe Crema because I'm obsessed. I've already, like, this was fully filled just like 3 days ago. So yeah, I feel like this may be a permanent pairing, at least for right now, because I say it, I'm gonna give a permanent pairing and then I don't, so because I'll get sick of it. But this ink is, it really does look like creamed coffee, like coffee with creamer. And I don't know, there's something about these like really pretty warm lighter browns that I am feeling lately. And this is Robert Oster's Cafe Crema, yes. And I just feel like these kind of look, so this is like, you know, this is like princessy Snow White, like the bold whatchamacallit, the bold primary colors, and then you've got like woodsy. That was kind of what I was going for. Now these next two are basically the same color, and I know that, and I'm okay with it. This is my Nahvalur Nautilus, and this is the Golden Dreams. I love this pen, and I had, what did I have in it? I had Robert Oster's whiskey in it last month, only whiskey was contaminated with Grotto from Diamine's ink vent, and so I just never really was feeling it, so I ended up emptying it. I had to like super deep clean it. So Grotto will stay in the inside of your pen. Just a fair warning for anybody who has it, because I did ink this. It took a lot to get this out, and so I put in, oh, please start. I put in Ackerman's SBRE brown because somebody, when I made my top inks video of 2024, I mentioned how much I loved Diamine ochre, and they were like, you might like SBRE brown. And then I found out after I bought the sample, I'm glad I got a sample, that it is made by Diamine, so that's probably why it looks so similar and why I like it so much. It's a great flow. It is beautiful. Diamine ochre is like my favorite, and the next one is inked with ochre, so just spoiler alert, because I can't get enough of it. So this SBRE brown is very beautiful, and I am tempted to get a full bottle because the bottle is so cool, but it won't be for a while. Like literally, it is so cool. I thought that, I was like, oh, it's like, there's this weird like twisty thing, I don't know. But I am very happy that it's in this now, because it is day 4 of March, and I have already used this pen 3 out of the 4 days. I didn't use it today yet, except until now. So now I've used it 4 out of the 4 days. And that makes me really happy because I love how comfortable this pen is. And this restored my faith in Narwhal. I absolutely love this pen, and there was nothing wrong with it at all. The nib worked divine coming out, and yeah, this is an Atlas exclusive. I got on sale, and I was very excited. But yeah, yeah. And if you want to buy anything from Atlas, I do have an affiliate link, and you can use Amanda10 at checkout, and then you can, you know, support me in get 10% off. And you don't have to. I'm throwing it out there because I'm trying the affiliate thing. I don't know if it's really my thing, but I'm trying. So yes, Diamine Ochre in my Asvine P20. This is my only Asvine P20 this month. I usually have like 3 or 4 inked, but because I have so many, because I got so many nicer new pens over the last couple months, I only have the one. And I love these pens. They have remained to be some of my favorite. And I don't know if that's ever gonna change, but maybe it will. But this one's an extra fine. I actually have discovered that I really love their extra fine nibs. I think they are superior to almost any extra fine nib that I've ever used. I really have discovered 2 for myself that I like to use steel nibs. I'm not a big gold nib person, and that's okay. Like, learning these things about yourself is really fun. And so in the medium nib versus the extra fine, Diamine Ochre is a lot darker than the SBRE brown, but like in swatches they look really similar. So I just wanted to mention that. So this is my Asvine P20 in amber, and I will link to this one because this one is under $30. This is one of the best pens. Honestly, I love my TWSBIs. This I think for a beginner would be like one of the best pens. I don't love Lamies. I don't love my Kavekos. I like this one more than I like those. So that is just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I haven't been doing this that long. I think I've been into fountain pens only a couple years now. And so I'm still learning a lot. So now this, okay, I mentioned the vanishing point earlier. This is my only vanishing point. This is my Decimo. I did end up last month getting a medium nib. That has made a world of difference. I actually love using this pen now. It still, though, like, isn't my favorite, but I love the medium nib, and I ended up giving the extra fine to my husband. And I don't know if he's using it, but you know what? I'm doing it. So this is also, I think this is Taranishi's Traveling Sepia in here. This is one of my new favorite browns. I just love the way it looks. I'm gonna say I love the way it looks so often. I don't know. This one is just a standard dark brown, but for some reason, I really like it. And I ended up buying a full bottle because I used up the sample that fast, and I do like this. And medium VP, definitely, like, I don't think I would go any smaller than the medium. I kind of would like a broad because I think that would be really a nice size. Oops. Yes, Moo. That's my dog. She's trying to tell me, hey mom, give me some food in my puzzle toy, and I am not doing that. No, go lay down. Okay, so these are, I think these are for the most part my warm colors. Stop. Oh, no, I have a couple more. Sorry, I lie. Oh, I don't have any of my Pilot Kakunos. I did have a Pilot Kakuno. I do have a Pilot Kakuno inked up. 1 second. Okay, so I have one of these Mataromi Dream inked up. I probably will ink all of them up, but I only have this one inked up right now. These are ones that I throw in my purse so I can take on the go, because I don't feel like if I lose them, it's really that big of a deal. So that's why this one is. And this one is with Tasha's Murasaki. Yeah. And it's like this really cool brown that has pink in it. And I really like it. I didn't like it. What pen did I have it in before? I think I just didn't like it, or I didn't like the way that the pen worked. I'm not sure, but I love it in my Pilot Kakuno. And this is the Madarumi Dream ones that are the first Pilots that have the gold nib, and they have the cutest little smiley faces. I can't, yeah. It's not gonna focus, but I got these on AliExpress because I wanted them. I have yet to find them in the US. When they are, it would be really awesome for people, but I did get them. They took a while to get, but I do like them. And this is Tasha's Ume Murasaki. I love this little guy. He's so fun. Hope you like my little doodles. I'm having a lot of fun doodling. I have been in a doodling mood. I really want to doodle more and more. But yes. So that is that one. What's my next one? Ah, yes. I had this one inked up with the same ink back in November, December. I don't know. But it's my Benu Talisman. And I think it's called Lady of the Incas. I don't like them posted, but it has Ferris wheel press Curious Woods in it, and it's this it is a dark brown. I'm in a really big brown phase right now. Like I'm like, if you're having era, I'm entering my brown ink era. But this one is almost black, and it has this beautiful green shimmer in it, and I am here for that. I love it so much. I don't know how to describe it other than that, but it's really pretty. It has this, it is one of the few shimmer inks. I have this one, is this one, this one, this one. I think I only have like 5 or 6 this month. For the amount of inks that I have, that's not that many. Usually I have a lot more, but that's okay, because I really like the colors and the mood I went for. And a lot of this feels very fall, but it works really well with Snow White. And this one for sure, what I imagine doing with it at some point this month is doing like, I want to use this one and this one and this one and probably this one, and I want to do some like wood grained shelving in one of my notebooks and journals. I think that would be a lot of fun, at least for my reading. And so I have plans with this stuff, and I do use them. But I did find even the ones I had inked up last month were just a bit too many. So I'm trying to get down. This is Ferris Wheel Press Curious Woods. And I really like that. I'll get there. And honestly, like, I am using these pens, and the ones that I really liked, I carried over. Okay, so now we're gonna get into, these are more like my browns and reds and warm tones, and then we're gonna get into the cool tones. I couldn't decide where to put this one, and it is so funny. This is the first month, I think, that I have not matched all my Benus with the color of the pen. So like, I mean, I guess this one is kind of, no, I mean, it's still red and pink, but I didn't have a color that I really wanted in here. This one, I didn't know where to put this color because it's got pink and purple and blue. This is so pretty. I don't know that it's going to show up very well in an image, but we're gonna try to do a doodle, because this one is definitely a I'm going to color with you ink. And this is my medium nib, and I've used it for lettering, and I've used it so far for like drawings in my journal. But this is the Wearing Ghouls glass bead game. And I did see some people writing with it. I don't think it is legible enough to write with, but it has got the most amazing, 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 amazing. Did I say amazing enough? Amazing shimmer. And I love it because in some instances it looks green, in some instances it looks gray. And yes, I can't, and then pink. So when I've gone over it, it gets these beautiful, beautiful shades. So like I can like come in here and is it dry here? Yeah, it's dry. So I can come in here and add a little bit more and it will shade just lovely. Let's see, and this is Wearing Ghouls, the glass bead game. And I did end up getting a whole bottle of this because it's not one that I would want to write a whole page with, but again, like I do more than just write. And so this one, I mean, you can see how much ink I've already used. I had this converter filled and it's only been a few days. So I'm almost, yeah, I had refilled this once even. So I'm almost out of my sample. And so my full bottle should be here. But let me see if I can find a drawing really quick of something I did with it. So yes, right here. I have two. So this one, it's this sweater. Can you see that sparkle? It just shines. And then I did one other one here, right here. And these are in my journal. And I like went in and was able to get some really cool with shading. I was able to get some really cool like textures and everything. And I just, yeah, I'm obsessed. I love it. And oh, and even my lettering. Yeah, because I put this in February, just FYI. I did do this one in February. So like the very end. So yeah, I colored it and then went over it with another color. So yes, this one is definitely not one. I mean, you can read it kind of. It's very, very, very light. And it's not one I would recommend as a writing ink, but I am loving it as an art ink. Okay, my next one is my Leonardo Momento Zero in Winter Sunrise, not Sunset. I called it Sunrise last month. But this one is a collaboration that Karina Loves to Plan here on YouTube did with Hatch and Leonardo. And I had to scoop it up last month when it came out. And this has been just such a joy. And this is the one that I wanted the pen. So I bought the pen, but it was already sold out in extra fine and fine. So I ended up going with a medium. And so I swapped out and bought an extra fine Leonardo nib from a retailer. And now I have it in my Leonardo pen here. And then I have my other Leonardo nib in my other pen, my maker pen. But this pen is so comfortable, like just so comfortable. And I love the colors. And I still love this pen so much. And I am so glad that Karina Loves to Plan came up with this because this, yeah. And last month I had, what did I have in here? That I love the pen, so I used it anyway, but I just was not feeling the ink. It's not that I didn't like the ink, I just wasn't feeling it last month because I go through phases, and that one, it was Robert Oster's Plum Nut, that's what it was. And this month I put, what is this? This is Sailor Yoromeku Kitsune Biori. And I thought this is like such a cool, like brownish pink. And I thought it was so perfect for this pen. I can't remember if Karina mentioned that it would be perfect for the pen in her video. I watched it, but yeah, it looks so pretty with that pen because there's such beautiful browns and reds and shimmer and pinks, and love this pen. Love this pen. I'm so glad that she had that vision and she did that because I will definitely be getting another Leonardo. I loved it. I loved it. I love writing with it. So even with a not great color. I love it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna drop my coffee. Okay, next one is my Esterbrook Estie in Jurassic, and this has a medium nib, and I put, what did I put in this one? Wanted a green tone, and obviously my green pen had to have green. This one is Sailor Euromecu's. Yeah, I think these next three are Euromecu's, but Sailor Euromecu Amamoyoi, and it's a green with like, it shades to brown. It is such an interesting color, and I really like it. Oh, he's fun. Okay, just throwing this out on there, like these doodles. One of my goals for this month is to just doodle every day, because I haven't doodled every day for a long time, and I'm really missing it. It's something that I was in the habit for, oh gosh, I just stuck my hand in. Now you can see that underneath it's got this like really cool brownish orange. And but back to doodling, I miss my art. It's hard because I have to kind of figure out how to balance everything in my life as I have moved on from like running my own business into being a teacher and everything. So it's really tough to get time to myself, but I have been really kind of working with what are my priorities, and I have kind of moved into having these really fun doodly spreads in my beautiful spreads in my journal rather than not. All right, so that is my Esterbrook Estie. My next Esterbrook Estie has another Sailor Euromecu ink, and this one is, what one is this one? This one is the Itazora, which is like this cool brownish gray pink. I don't know, it's just so weird, and I love it. And what's really cool about these Euromecu inks that I have here, this one, and this one, they look different when they're next to different inks, and they look different when they're on different papers. So I have really been having a lot of fun with them and playing with them, especially in like art spreads and things. But this is my fine nib Esterbrook. I am finding that I like fine as my smallest pen, unless I'm doing art with. Then I do like extra fine for those. For some of them, it depends on what I'm doing. But for this, I really like this fine. And you can see the color is like changing. I just love it. And this is my Blue Moon. And I think, again, this color is like the different colors in the pen. And so I was really excited about having this and putting it in the pen. I don't know if I will end up changing the ink through the month, or if I will re-ink it with the Itazora, but I know I like it. So there's that. Okay, so these are my first inks. I do have more. Of course I do. But I just kind of want to slow down. And this is my first set of inks. So I kind of want to show you this shimmer. Look at that shimmer. It goes from like this beautiful like yellow to like a pink. It does get everywhere. So like, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there is shimmer everywhere because it is so shimmery, but it is so well flowing. And then Dusty Rose, my Winterberry, which is red shimmer. It's really pretty. I think those are my only shimmery ones. I love this. Yeah, I'm gonna have a full bottle of the SBRE brown. And there's my Diamine Ochre, one of my favorites. There's another shimmer. Oh, I didn't realize it goes green to purple. But look at that, just look at that Wearing Ghoul one. Oh, love it. Okay, and then you can see the different colors in the Euromecus. Okay, so we'll keep going. Next page. I am gonna leave enough room to put some of that tape on the top, so I'll just throw these here. I know. I have too many inks. She is too fond of inks and it addled her brain. Yeah, I'm silly. Okay. All right. Which one is my next one? This one. Okay. Here is my TWSBI Diamond Iris. I haven't used this for a couple months and I really wanted to, so I threw Sailor Manu Haha in it. So I initially planned a different thing, and this works. So I still had it, I had a couple inks. I had a whole plan, and I had to pivot because I want my pen to be in it. I had an issue with an Esterbrook pen that I ordered. I ordered the Twinkle Esterbrook JR, and it came and it wasn't working, and so then I had to send it back. I'm really upset about it. But Goldspot and Esterbrook are taking care of me. Esterbrook, I would highly recommend that if you're going to go to someone, go to the place that you ordered it from rather than Esterbrook, because they were like, yeah, here's this brand new $160 pen. We will take your pen and you can wait to have us, you know, like I had to mention to them that I'm like, you're not even going to, you know, like pay for shipping. They're like, oh, we'll give you a shipping label. I'm like, that's not what you said in the first email. So Goldspot sent me a return thing right away, and they did say that they're currently out of stock, but they're getting more stock this week, so I should be getting my pen. But I should have just went to Goldspot in the first place. So I'm just saying, Esterbrook, I don't know. I'm a small channel, and if you're watching this, please work on your customer service, because I was unimpressed. I was pretty disappointed, because I feel like if you're spending $150 on a pen, it should work when you get it. But like, it was like this piece right here, when I tried to get into the converter, it wouldn't open at first. It took a little bit to open, took pressure to open, and I got it open, but then it was getting stuck on the converter in different places. And I went and watched a few reviews of like JRs, and that is not normal. So I was really sad, because that pen is so beautiful, and I opened it up. I was so excited. I had saved up for it, and I was really sad. And it's been like 3 weeks and I still don't have my pen. So I'm waiting. I mean, obviously it is sold out, and Goldspot is working with me. So I'm not like, it's not their fault, obviously, but I'm just bummed. It was a bumming thing. It was a very bummed thing, but this color was the color I was going to put in that pen, and I had it all ready. And so I was bummed, and I was like, well, I still love this color, so I put it in here. So that's Sailor Manu Haha. I don't know why I slept on this color for so long, but it's so pretty. It's like blue. I love blues, and like this is almost like, this is a almost greener based blue with this really pretty purple. I love it. And I think it works really well with my other diamond that I have inked up. Do I have only these two? No, I have 3 inked up, but it works really well with this one, which is my Diamond Iris. And this one is a broad nib, because this is Wearing Ghoul's Anki, and this color is so beautiful, but it is very light. And I thought, though, it worked really well with the theme I had, and I was very excited. But I will do the theme in April, and I'm very excited to have it. So these ones will be carried over into April as I planned, but I already had them inked up, and I wasn't gonna waste the ink. I don't think they look perfect for Snow White, but they are really pretty. So I love this ink. So this ink is very soft ice blue. It is soft ice blue, and then it kind of shades into this really beautiful pink. And I wish my pen or my camera would stop like focusing and unfocusing. I'm so sorry, but I can't get my camera to stop doing it. Like, so I apologize if it keeps fading in and out. Like, I've never had that happen before, so I'm gonna have to like look into it. But you can see when you put these two together, they're very similar. This one just is a little bit darker, and it doesn't have shimmer. This one has a gold shimmer, and this was actually after, so my first bottles of ink were Rohrer and Klinger sketch inks, and I had a couple different colors of sketch ink, like I had the black one and the gray one and like the super dark brown green one, and those were the only bottles of ink I had. And then this one was, I think, one of my second, my second purchase of ink bottles, and because I just love this color. It can be quite hard to read in pens. I think it's one of those, like, if you don't have a super wet pen, and these ones are super wet, like the diamonds especially. If you don't have a super wet pen, it's really hard to read, and if it's not broad enough, it's really hard to read. But I adore it. And I've used it in a couple paintings before, like watercolor paintings, because I just love it so much. Like the shade of blue is one of my absolute favorites, and I just love it. It is so beautiful and delicate and soft, and I love that it's got like this pinky purpley like shading into, and I just it's my favorite, so, or one of my favorites. All right, and then, however, like this like blue in my winter white, so this will definitely change. I didn't get a chance to film a, why is this working? I've never had that happen before with my mini stub. Excuse me while I fix it off camera so it's not, there we go. But this Esterbrook I used pretty much every single day last month. I inked it up 5 times with different inks. And so this will probably change, either that or I'll add it again, because I inked it up twice with the same ink last month. But this is my mini stub that I got from my husband for Christmas. I adore this mini stub. It writes just, oh, it is such a fun pen to write with. But I also I just love using it, especially because it means so much, because my husband, he is not always a gift giver. That's not how he like shows his love. And so the fact that he got this for me, and it was an expensive pen with a special custom grind nib, it meant the world to me. And so I was so excited when I opened it up. I cried because I sent him a bunch of things, and I was like, I really want this pen. I know you probably won't get it, but this is the one that, like, if there's a pen, I want this pen. It went back in stock. I had wanted this forever, but it was out of stock everywhere. I love this white pen. I don't know why. I don't even know why I love this white pen so much. But so that's why, long story short, it will probably change inks, but I am on a kick with this ink. It was inked up in Kaweco Sport last month in iridescent for a long time, until this ran out of ink, and then I moved it. This is Wearing Ghoul's Atlas. It is a couple shades darker than this. It is beautiful, and it is an exclusive to Atlas. I cannot, oh, I just love it. It writes, it is really legible. It is this beautiful blue that is legible. And this is the kind of tones of blue that I love, are these really soft, almost like elegant, princessy, pastel-ish blues, if I can say it the best way. But this, yeah, I got a full bottle. I didn't even hesitate. I didn't see anybody else, anybody else had swatched it yet. I just was like, yeah, I want that. And I love it. The blue shimmer in it is just gorgeous, and I am in love with it. So I have already inked it up multiple times. I am probably gonna this will be one that I use up my whole bottle of. I know it because I love it. And this pen will be inked again, and it will probably be inked with this because it's so great. But I have inked, yeah, 5 or 6 different colors in this pen in the last month. So that's how often I use that pen, every single day. And so it's fun to see that. And then my other diamond that is inked this month is this guy. This is my diamond. This is my transparent diamond. I was experimenting, and that's why I have this ink. I was experimenting. I got the Van Diemen's like dilution stuff, and I was just playing around with an ink that I really like. I really like it. This is Pilot Euro Shizuku's Rika that I just got, and I diluted it so it's a lighter tone of it, and it's really pretty. Like it's shade wise close to Konpeki, but it's more soft and muted. And I love Rika the way it is. Don't get me wrong. I was just trying to play with it, and I was like, well, I played with this. Let's see how it works in a pen, and it works great. So if you can get your hands on the dilution solution, or what is it? This stuff. Van Diemen's Diluter and Rehydrator. This is really fun if you want to lighten your inks, and I had a lot of fun. I think I did, so I did like, it says on here to do 10 milliliters. I did 5, and I had just fine. I just did drop by drop, and then I would like use my dip pen and figure out, do I like this? Do I not like this? And then I was like, this is really great. It's like 1 shade darker than this, and it kind of like goes down. I don't know, but this was my experiment, and I have a little bit left, and I will put it back in this pen when it's gone. But there's a lot in this pen, so it will probably last forever. Moo. Why do you gotta? But this was my first diamond, and I loved the diamond nib, and the diamond experience in a medium nib is my, like, I mentioned it in my like top video. This is one of my, like, why 3 of them are inked up, 3 different diamonds, is because they're my favorite. I don't know with all these nice new pens if that will be the same thing with this year, but I mean, I'm still reaching for them every single day like I was. So I do love those pens, and I really like, I haven't used a broad in a while, and I do like this broad, but oh my gosh, it's dried, and I just love it. It's so pretty. Oh, sorry, I just get so excited for that color. Okay, I think I only have a couple more. Oh, am I getting towards the end? Yes, I am. Oh, awesome. So this one is my one, like, quote unquote document ink. This one is Rohrer and Klingner's Sketch Ink Marlene. So I'm not actually using a Diatramentis document ink, but I saw this one and I thought, okay, I didn't know, I hadn't bought this one. Because I had Emma, and I had the other 3. Emma's the green, and I think I had the red one, and so I hadn't gotten this one, but holy smokes, do I just adore this. Like, it is so nice, because document ink, or like the sketch ink, if you didn't know, sketch ink is document, so it is waterproof, so I can put this on and then I could color and paint over it, which is exactly what got me into it. Sketch ink got me into fountain pens, so thank you, Sketch Ink, because without you, I would not be into fountain pens. And this is an extra fine nib. The only thing with Sketch Ink is I like to use it in my really cheap pens, so that's why it's in a Pilot Kakuno, because it is a pigment-based ink, and it does tend to clog, and if you don't use it like every day, it will dry, and then all I've ever had to do is wet the nib, and then it works just fine, and it is so flowing. The only thing, like, the difference between that, so Diatramentis' document ink doesn't do that as much as this one, but as the Rover and Clingers do. The only thing is that I have noticed with some of my Diatramentus document inks that it is very wet, like to the point where it will bleed and it will feather. And I have never had that problem with Rover and Clingers sketch ink. And I have been using sketch ink. I have been using for at least 3 years, if not more. And I still have my first bottle. My black is almost empty, but it still works, and it's not gross. I cannot sing the praises of Rover and Clingers sketch ink at all. So I only have one more ink that isn't a carryover, and then I'm going to put some of my carryovers, or I might not even they're in my planner in a different way, so I don't think I'm going to swatch them, and so I can just talk about them. Okay, so this one is my other one. Shout out to Grace at, I think it's Gracefully Wild. She sung the praises of the Hongdian M2s for so long, and I had bought one months and months and months ago. Like, I don't remember when. I bet I bought one because they were so cute. It's aluminum or metal. I don't know if it's aluminum or another metal, but I don't know if I actually have what they call misophonia, but I do know that when I do this, I get goosebumps. It hurts my ears, and it's very, very painful. And I was reading that you can overcome it. Like, you can see my goosebumps. I don't know if you can see it, but it hurts, and like it will hurt for a while. So I've been trying to slowly get over that by using this pen. And I love how this pen feels. It is such a nice pocket pen. It is so cute, and I think that's what she said about it, is that it won her like cutest pen award last year. And this is a medium nib. It is such a nice medium nib, and so I have been using it because I really want the Hello Kitty aluminum Kaweco, and I cannot spend that money if I cannot use the pen, but I really want it because I do have the pink Kaweco Sport that is the plastic one in the Hello Kitty, and I want that. I want that aluminum one. So I think I'm going to be able to, because I'm actually able to use this pen. So I don't know if there's a lot of people out there that have this same problem as me, and it really sucks because it hurts so bad. And it bothers me so much that I have this, because it seems to be that if anybody scrapes like metal anywhere, I can't be around. I had Blackwing is one of my favorite places to get pens and pencils, and they had this awesome metal pencil sharpener, and it was so great for on the go, but it filled so fast, and to empty it was metal, and like you had to twist it, and I'm cringing just thinking about it. I had to make my husband open it for me, so my husband would open my pencil sharpener, and I just stopped using it altogether because I was having such a hard time with it. And so I'm hoping that I'll be able to use that again if I get used to this, but I don't know. I'm very sensitive to sounds, and I don't know if it has anything to do with like my mental illnesses, because I have borderline personality disorder and ADHD, and I don't know if there's something with that or not, but I've read that it could be called misophonia. I don't know if I actually have that, but it does physically hurt. I get physically hurts, and then like my head hurts, and it just like sends shivers down my body, and I've always been that way. So I don't know, but it doesn't seem to bother everyone. So like I have to sometimes take my rings off too, because I just don't want it to scrape against that, and I actually am going to do that. But I do love this, and this is my Hongdian N2, and I thought this was pink, but it's actually, they actually classify this one as purple, and this one I think was like a $15 pen, and it is so nice. Oh, so lovely. And then this is Rover and Clingers Sulfurino. I really like this ink. It is a very beautiful, like purpley. It's actually more purple on here than it is on other paper. So that's interesting. That's one of the reasons I wanted to ink it. So yeah, this is like my super cool purples and things that worked more. So I think the majority of these will be like these three, and this one definitely will be carried over into April. So then I won't redo this with those, but they'll be there. And so then my three carryovers are these ones. So these are my two of them. This is Sailor Ink Studio 237. I have loved this. I actually refilled it because I loved it so much. So I will do a quick little swatch here. So this is Sailor Ink Studio 237. And this pink, I don't know why I slept on it for so long. I didn't know that 237 was this pretty. And so this one is like, has become like one of my favorite pink inks, which is really crazy because it's not super bright, but it is just that beautiful pink that I love so much. And then this one is another pink, and this one is getting close. This one's getting close. This is my Kobe 60, and this is Yuko Gosho Sakura Cherry Blossom. And this one, I just love this color, and I ended up actually switching out this nib. And so this is a medium nib, and because I wasn't using it, and I was really bummed because I love this color. I wasn't using it in the extra fine, but in a medium, it looks really great to write. And then my Walltown Onslow with Kobe 62, which is Nunobiki Lavender. I used this pen. This was the color I used. Besides my Esterbrook, this was the one I used the most. So those are my three that carryovers. I'm just gonna write carryover here with my pen. So you can see that it is really legible, even though it's a bright pink. Carryover from February. So yeah, so they don't really, like, these three colors don't really match any of my themes because they were very much so very pink princess, and that was what I was going for. They worked great for all my spreads and my pink princess. Moving on to March is, I think that these are great for Snow White. This blue is the Snow, or this blue is the Snow White blue, but these work great for Snow White, except for like maybe a couple. Let's see if I can get that. So yeah, this is my Snow White feel, and then with a couple extras, and then my carryovers. So I have quite a few pens inked. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then these carryovers. When these are empty, I will not refill them. I will empty them, like I will clean them out and put them away. So I only have 21, which is 5 less than last month, which I'm really proud of. And I think that there's a couple, like when this one, because I did ink this one, the Diamine Ochre, I did ink up halfway through the month of February. I will like put that one away. The Pilot Kakuno, that goes in a different thing. And these ones I won't use for anything but art because, I mean, you really can't read that very well. But they are there. I'm loving what I am doing for the month, and I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything that you would suggest. I know I don't have like a super yellow. I thought about putting Queen and Castle back in, but I just wasn't feeling a super yellow. So I've been using like one of my, what is it? My Tombow. I've been using this 991 Tombow for yellows. So I'll just put this here so you can see. So that's been my yellow, is 991, because I do use my Tombows all the time. So there's my yellow. And so I do have it. It's just not in a pen. It's in a Tombow because I use that stuff too. So that is my currently inked. This video got really long and my dog is like, please mom, play with me, please, please, please. And so I'm gonna go play with her. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe if you want more of my ridiculous content. I don't know, I think I'm ridiculous, but I really enjoyed, I hope that you enjoyed the doodles, because doodling is part of what I do with pens. Sorry that I just squeaked that. I'm throwing it for her, but doodling is what I do with a lot of my pens. I am doing a sketchbook challenge. I mentioned it in another video, so I am doing doodles every day. This is with the Dusty Rose. It was really pretty and really fun. So this is, so I do this like all the time in my stuff. These are some of my son's gel pens, but this is what I've been doing so far with my fountain pens. So, and this, I'm obsessed. So, oh, surprise, that was the theme. So I decided, because I couldn't do my theme for the month, I put it in my sketchbook because I was feeling it. So, I mean, can you guess? Can you guess who that is? All right, so that's a little sneak peek for what's gonna happen in April. And yeah, if you have any suggestions for other inks that you think I might like based on this, I am always up for it. I love trying inks. I love playing with this. I love doing this. And yeah, leave me a comment. And go ahead and leave me a blue heart if you got this far. If you don't have anything else to say, like this video. It really helps out my channel. Check out my links if you want to get something that you need or just want to check it out. Definitely check out Wearing Ghoul's Atlas, because it is, oh my gosh, I cannot get over that ink. Just look at how pretty it is. Like, how can you not just love that ink? So that's that ink. Yes, Wearing Ghoul Atlas, which is an Atlas exclusive, and I am obsessed. And I will be ordering another bottle because I have used quite a bit of it already. All right, have a great day. Thanks, guys. Bye.